Hey Slim, how was AGDQ?
Well, I was gonna start my introduction, but that sub kind of interrupted me. Thank you, Sir Korma, for the 5-month in a row resub. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hello everybody else. Welcome to the first stream of mine since being back from AGDQ 2019. I had a really good time. We'll be talking about the whole experience over the next few hours or so. So, if you guys got any questions and stuff like that, definitely feel free to ask. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. But, yeah, gonna try to keep it pretty casual tonight. I'm not gonna start anything new just yet. Gonna be just kind of relaxing this week and just kind of enjoying my week back and just trying to, you know, kind of get back on a routine and everything, since I will have to do some more recording and stuff the next few days. I'll need to start looking at some other things, and just in general, kind of get things set up for the future here. I do have all the parts for my new computer. It is not going to be built yet. It's going to be probably built sometime next week. I have a friend of my mom's coming by who's built a lot of computers, so he's going to, you know, help me put it together and also just kind of give me some other input in order to preserve the life of that machine. So I think that's going to be more important as opposed to just getting it ready right away and starting streaming. So still using my old computer. We'll still hear the fan go off every now and then. Although I will say the fan has been like very quiet since I've gotten back. I think today, since I started using it again, I've only heard the fan go off like 5 times. And I've been up for like, what, 13 hours now? So that's new record, I guess you could say. What up, Done Quickers? Yeah, I guess so. Let me see, who else is here? We got Silver Star 65, Ringer 15, Magnus 8M. Nice stop by Rywek as well. Someone who I had the pleasure of hanging out with at AGDQ. Clayman F8, Black Widow 94, King Kienzan, haven't talked to you in a minute. How are you doing, man? Wolf of Storms, Ludicolo, Blaylock, Pixel Plume. Man, a lot of people are here. But yeah, it's been a very good 2019 so far, I gotta say. Miles better than the kind of, I don't really want to call it a disaster, but 2018 was very rough. There were just a lot of things that went on during that year that just kind of just didn't really sit well with me. A lot of unfortunate things that happened. Just never really could get in the groove of anything. So kind of starting out the year right with a nice little vacation definitely helped. And it was my first time going to AGDQ 2019, so, you know, it was a brand new experience. Got to meet a lot of new people and established a lot of new friendships and connections that I'll definitely be keeping with me for the rest of my life, I'm sure. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my character here before I start talking about everything. This is going to be kind of a repeat for me, but I'm actually going to be playing Yoshi's Tropical Island because I did actually play a Mario Party game during my vacation against In the Name of DT and his fiancée and a computer player. So I'm going to kind of recreate that experience, I guess. Just for fun. Because why not? Why not? I think these were all the players that were in that game. I'm pretty sure they were. And we are going to go to Yoshi's Tropical Island. Instead of doing a 20-turn game, and I don't really want to do a 50-turn game either, I think I'll just go right in the middle and do a 35-turn game. That way, it's not the longest, but it's also not the shortest, so I can get through everything. Let me see what else is being said here. I'm sure the news of Axe scheduled uploads is irking you, though. Like for YouTube? I don't you mean, like... Did they really axe that? I'm not entirely sure. I heard about the, like, Twitter, like, whenever you post a video, like, a update gets posted to Twitter. I knew they were axing that, which I don't really have, like, that big of a disappointment with. Let's see. Hey, I saw this guy in Maryland. I saw that guy in Maryland. Hey, Adirondack Rick. Hope you're doing pretty good. Wait, oh yeah, the donate. I'll talk about that, I'm sure. I'm sure you had a sublime time, yeah. Yeah, TGH completely destroyed Celeste for sure. I'll talk about that as well. Solid standard play. Man, a lot of people here. A lot of people curious about the AGDQ experience. Yeah, annotations are going to be gone off of YouTube as well. I thought they removed that a long time ago, though. That's the only thing. I thought they removed that a long time ago. But I haven't used those in years anyway, so it's not really a huge thing for me. I know that really affects, like, Chugga Conroy's videos, because he does a lot of annotations and stuff, especially for his older uploads. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. So I'm not really sure how to structure this because, you know, the entire trip was like an entire week. So, you know, I'll definitely like cross the days like a lot if I just go through just a normal follow-up of how the event through. So I'll probably be like skipping around quite a bit. I left on Friday and I had to first of all drive to Ohio. I was driving to Ohio because that is where my good buddy in the name of DT lives. And we were actually going to road trip together for the rest of the event, so I just had to drive the 2.5 hours to Ohio, meet up with him. I was going to stay the night there just so I get some rest, and the next morning we're going to head like first thing in the morning and try to get there before hotel check-in on the day before everything went live and everything. My trip there was very, very quick. Seriously, I think I even got there early, even after getting confused at one point and missing a turn. So I still got there very early. The trip there was nice. Met DT, had a really nice evening together with him and his fiance. We went out for Mongolian barbecue, which is nothing I've ever had before. But, you know, it was just basically, if you ever had stir fry, you just get a whole bunch of, like, stuff you want, and they just, like, cook it together. It was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely a new dining experience for me, and I really enjoyed it. Came back, played Mario Party. We played this board. Not exactly these settings, but I did win. Although I will say that my win was kind of luck-based. But I will say that having really good skill with chance time and knowing how to manipulate chance time really helped me win. Because that's basically what it came down to. I was able to snake out a few stars. I did not get the minigame star. In fact, actually, DT's fiance actually got the minigame star in that game. But, like, I believe she also got, like, Whack-A-Plant, and there were a lot of, like, a team-based minigames as well. Now, that's the thing with Mario Party 1, like, minigame skill is not super important because there's some games where you can just get a ridiculous amount of coins, and some games where you can just lose a ridiculous amount of coins. So, you know, it's what happens. You kind of have to think about things more abstractly, but, you know, I still used the skill I had developed in other areas of Mario Party to get the win, and that felt pretty good. I think DT even joked that I'd have to walk to AGDQ since I did win that game. That was kind of funny. But yeah, had a good, nice first evening. Went to sleep, woke up very early the next morning. We started off on the road, I think, at like a little before 8 a.m. We got to Maryland. We got to the hotel a little bit before 3 o'clock, which was, I believe, like, even earlier than we thought we would get in. So things were really, really looking up. And, you know, I was happy to be at the event. I was happy to start meeting people. But then when I got there, I kind of ran into a very annoying issue that I wasn't 100% prepared for. And you guys probably saw me talk about this a little bit on Twitter. on the day I got there, but due to my own misunderstanding, I did not realize that I was actually not staying in the hotel. Also, for some reason, some of my inputs got 8 right there. I don't know what happened there. Oh well, whatever. So yeah, basically, the entire AGDQ event happens in one hotel. Like, there's one hotel that has everything. It's kind of a hotel / convention center, much like the Gaylord for MagFest and all of those other events that happen. So, optimally, you want to get in the main hotel that the event's happening in, so you can just have, you know, your room upstairs. Whenever you want to go down, you can go down and just, like, check out the action and stuff of that nature. And that's where I thought I was going to be. But, unfortunately, I was not at the main hotel. I misread a couple of messages sent by my roommate Hanson, who is attorney mod of the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament, who I was staying with. And because of that, we were actually at a different hotel that was about a mile away. Now, thankfully, both the hotels were like right next to like the Red Line like shuttle station, and it was literally just one stop in between hotels. So I really didn't have to wait too long to get to the hotel at all. But you can understand, as soon as I've arrived at the event, having that misunderstanding and not really 100% sure what was going on, having to walk my luggage to another location entirely. That was not fun, and I actually spent, like, the entire trip over there, and once I got to the hotel, kind of sulking a little bit. I eventually got over it, and that's good, because, you know, it really wasn't that bad, but still, just the annoyance of having to be in a different hotel than the actual event, and, you know, having to make that trip every day. And, you know, if I had to go back to my room, it wouldn't be just, like, a simple walk upstairs. I'd have to, like, go, like, you know, minimum 10 minutes to get back to where I was, and then take about 10 minutes again to come back, and it's just terribly inconvenient. Oh my god, I am doing terrible in this game, by the way. But yeah, like, it just was not a good feeling. There was also the issue of, you know, the trains don't run, like, every single, like, minute of the day. At a certain point, they actually close for the night, so, you know, I'd also have to limit my time at the convention, because, you know, if the trains aren't running, I could have a problem getting back to my hotel, and I wasn't about to walk 30 minutes to get back to my hotel either, so... You know, there were definitely a lot of things that really just kind of irked me about that whole situation, but at the end of it all, I made it work. I definitely made the best of it, and overall, it wasn't too bad. But, you know, it was definitely something that, you know, kind of started the trip out a little, you know, after having such a good feeling about, like, the first night, and then also just getting there early, getting to the whole event with no issues whatsoever, and it's just, like, coming to the conclusion that, okay, this is where we're going to start having issues. That was still just, like, a really, really hard pill to swallow, pretty much. But yeah, it was all good. Pretty much by the third day I was used to it, and, you know, I basically lived under the principle of, you know, get there early if you can, and just try to stay there as long as you can as well. Like, try to do all you can. Make the most of each of your trips, I guess, is the best way to put it. Make the most out of every trip. And that's really the motto you should live by for, like, any sort of vacation and whatnot. Okay, so after all that weirdness, you know, I kind of... You know, after I went back to the hotel and everything, I came back, went back to the main hotel where the event was being held. Kind of got a lay for the land, so to speak. And it's actually really cool. Like, the entire setup of the area is really, really interesting. Basically, at the side of the hotel, where they have, like, kind of the convention center and everything, all the different rooms and everything, there's, like, one room for the stream room, which is where, basically, like, whenever you watch, like, a GDQ event, like, you know, that's what you see in the background. You see, like, you know, all those chairs in the background, and then up close and personal you see the couch with the runners and everything. And then kind of off to the sides you have, like, all the technical stuff, like all the computers that are, like, you know, trying to keep the event alive. There's, like, the interview station on the other side. There's the donation table where the people read donations and stuff. The room was pretty cool. It was a really huge room, as you might expect, to basically, you know, hold all that stuff. I didn't actually go into the stream room very much. I think throughout the whole event, I was really only in the room for, like, 5 runs. And then 2 of them were, like, just, like, really short runs that were leading into another run I was more interested in. The main streams I actually went to, or the main runs I went to, were Super Mario RPG, Celeste, and I guess there was also the Super Mario Sunshine Bingo as well. I almost forgot about that one. And then there was also the Link to the Past one-hit KO run as well. It was really cool to be in the room, but, you know, that's not the only room that there's actually going on, like, during the event. There's also the practice room where a lot of the runners go to, like, practice their runs and stuff, and they can interact with other speedrunners and stuff of that nature. There's even, like, a practice, a private practice room, which I didn't see, because I think it was just, you know, held for, you know, actual runners of the event who didn't want to use, like, the main room or anything, which makes sense. But, you know, there were 2 practice rooms, and there was also, in the practice room, there was a place where you could, like, rent consoles and stuff. If anyone's gone to, like, MagFest or other conventions of that nature that have, like, kind of a gaming area, you can go there to, like, you trade your ID and you can get, like, consoles and stuff and games, and you can just kind of, you know, like, play your games and consoles and, you know, just bring that stuff to the other rooms as well. There was a board game room where you could play board games, and again, kind of same deal. You give your ID, and then you just kind of, you can rent board games, you can play with people, card games, stuff of that nature. There was a room dedicated just to Smash Bros, because Smash Bros. So, you know, if you wanted to play Smash Bros. The room also just really, really smelled, because Smash Bros. Players, I'm not saying they stink necessarily, but they do, like, spend a lot of time in those rooms, and because, you know, all of the, you know, all the intense playing that you have when you're playing Smash Bros, you know, it can definitely get sweaty in those rooms. There was a tournament room for any tournaments and stuff. If you wanted to hold, like, community tournaments or stuff, there was a room you could do that. And there was probably, like, my favorites. My favorite room, the room I probably spent the most time in all the rooms, was the casual room. Which is, I guess, kind of similar to what the practice room was, but literally you could do, like, any sort of thing down there. It was kind of, like, fair game to, like, how you wanted to use that room. And that's where, like, me and a lot of my friends and Randomizer players did a lot of our races during the event. So we just, like, go down, stake out a couple of TVs or empty spots, and literally just, like, run Randomizer races. A lot of people had, like, their little Super NT setups where they could just, like, plug in their consoles to TVs and play. I, of course, use my laptop because I don't have anything fancy like that. But yeah, that was where I spent a lot of my time, and then did a lot of different races and whatnot. So yeah, it was really, really cool. And of course, there were panel rooms as well. There were some panels that happened. I wouldn't say panels are, like, a big draw of, like, conventions. I think it's more about, like, going to the vendor halls, seeing your friends, and if there's, like, any, like, trivia or, you know, name that game tune events, stuff of that nature. Stuff like that, like, you know, that's kind of what conventions, I think, are for. Like, little fun things you can do with your friends and stuff of that nature. But they did have 2 panels I went to. One panel was about the kind of, I guess, kind of the history of speed gaming and kind of what speed gaming does and stuff of that nature, which was really interesting. Adirondack Rick, who's actually in the chat right now, was actually part of that panel, so it was really fun to go to that and kind of hear about, like, just how speed gaming works, you know, a lot of the things and a lot of things you think about that go into, like, a network of that creation and whatnot. It was a really informative and really cool panel, so it was fun to listen to that. And there was also one about randomizers as well, so of course, because, you know, I'm very much involved in speed gaming in a lot of respects, because I do a lot of tournament commentary, and because I play a lot of randomizer, like, you know, I definitely went to 2 panels that definitely catered to my specific needs and whatnot. Yeah, as I said before, I watched a few runs. The runs I watched in particular were, as I said before, Super Mario RPG, which is where I donated. I made a donation during that run, and it actually got read out loud, which was kind of cool. First time that's ever happened. I've donated to other Games Done Quick events. Oh shoot, hold on.
Hey Slim, fun fact, you were the first YouTube channel I ever subscribed in around 2010-2011, can't quite remember the exact year. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for being at the beginning of my YouTube journey. Laughing face.
Thank you, Bubster, for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. What was I talking about? Okay, yeah, so Super Mario RPG. I've donated to AGDQ before. Mainly when I'm, like, watching, like, whenever I was watching runs with, like, Puddle Plains and whatnot, we'd, like, say, hey, let's make a funny meme donation and try to get it on the air. But, of course, they never got read out. But it was cool that, you know, me actually being at the event and making kind of a heartfelt, genuine donation, then, of course, it actually gets read. And none of, like, the actual, like, meme stuff I've did in the past. I mean, it definitely makes sense why, but, like, still. So yeah, that was pretty cool having that actually happen live. That was pretty neat. I also watched before that run, I also watched the Mario 3 Mix race, because Mario 3 Mix was a game I've streamed before, so I felt like, you know what, I'll watch the stream for it. I'll watch the run for it, just to see how that goes, and that was a pretty fun race to watch. It reminded me of when I went through that game a long time ago. Also watched Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart 64... the big run I watched was the Celeste run, which I know Wolf of Storms, me and Wolf of Storms have actually raced Celeste a few times. That was a really cool run to watch, because TGH, who's just absolutely fantastic at the game. Seriously, like, he is amazing at Celeste. He didn't do just, like, the main game, he did everything. He basically did everything I did in my playthrough. Like, all the B-sides, all the C-sides. He didn't get all the strawberries, but still, like, he did, like, the C-sides, like, pretty much flawlessly. And that was just incredible to see live. Like, it was really incredible. Also, screw you, Mario, for doing that. Yeah, that's right, there are DLC levels along the way. From what I hear, though, the DLC will probably not be, like, it's not going to have B or C sides, but it's going to have, like, it's going to be pretty tough, but I feel like it's going to be a difficulty where if we've completed the B and C sides, they really shouldn't be too difficult, honestly, so I think we can get through the game just fine. What is with this chance time parade we have going on right here? My god. What if Peach just reversed this star swap we had earlier? That would be cool. I'd really like to see that. Okay, no, she's just punishing Mario, I guess. But yeah, I look forward to the Celeste DLC. But yeah, that run was incredible to watch. I really enjoyed watching that run. It was really cool. It's amazing just to see, like, someone run through that game. A game that requires a lot of technical skill. And it's just... to see him go through it so fast and get through some rooms without breaking a sweat is just incredible. Like, seriously, he is amazing at that game. Whoa, thank you, Ziploc, for the host. I really appreciate it. Okay, going back to the runs I've watched, there was also the Super Mario Sunshine Bingo, which I talked about very briefly. That was actually kind of fun to watch. It definitely not really made me interested in Super Mario Sunshine, but like, you know, doing bingos for other games, because there are, you know, bingos that exist for other games and platforms, stuff like Link to the Past, stuff like Ocarina of Time, even like Super Mario 64, like there are bingos that exist, and that might be actually fun to do. I know that DT was kind of talking about doing like a Mario 64 one at some point, so maybe in the future that's something that we can do on the stream channel. Particularly when I get more advanced hardware that can kind of handle those more intensive games and whatnot. So yeah, that was fun to watch. Then of course there was the Link to the Past one-hit KO run, which was incredible. Zelna, much like TGH for Celeste, Zelna is a beast at Link to the Past. He only died 4 times, and like 2 of those deaths were like, I'd almost call BS. So going through the entire game on low equipment, by the way. So like he didn't get silver arrows, didn't get tempered sword, didn't get any of the, well, he couldn't get any of the male upgrades anyway, because that wouldn't have done anything. But like didn't get half magic, basically doing everything in the lowest conditions possible and beating the game is just freaking incredible. Like, just beating the game, and then also just beating the game in, like, an hour 30 is just mind-blowing to me. Because if you guys watch me play Randomizer, like, you can tell just by watching me that, like, I just take damage just so easily, and I don't even let it bother me, because it's like, I'm running this game, I'm not the greatest at it, I know I'm going to take damage, but then when you put someone who actually has to not take damage at all, like, it's insane to just see how well he knows the game. How he can just, like, dash through the overworld and not worry about getting hit by, like, a random enemy attack. Because he just knows the game so well, and he knows that, okay, this is a guaranteed safe way for me to approach this section every single time. So yeah, that was definitely a fun run to watch. Aside from that, though, like, I didn't really watch a lot of runs aside from those that I mentioned, because, you know, it's a lot different for people who watch GDQ from home and then people who are at the event, because there's so many other things you can do at GDQ. So because of that, you don't spend all your time in the stream room, as opposed to someone at home who, like, all they have is the stream. So I spent most of my time just kind of hanging out with friends, going to the casual room, doing races. Whenever there was a panel, I went to them, and of course whenever, you know, we had to go out for eat, obviously we didn't just stay in one place and not eat. We had to go out for meals and stuff as well. So yeah, like there was some time spent in the stream room, but I didn't really spend a whole lot of time in there. I was also on camera a few times, like, I know after the Super Mario RPG run, like, it showed me DT and Aaron and Flaffy and a few others at the very end. But, at that point, like, I looked like a frickin' zombie on camera when that happened, because, like, it was late and I had to get back to my hotel at that point, so, like, you know, I just kind of wanted to get out of that room and just kind of start working on my way back to the hotel and everything. And I also didn't look very good. I really should have gotten a haircut before the event, because my hair did not look very good, and yeah, I'm also pretty harsh on my physical appearance as it is, because, you know, I'm overweight and everything, so I don't feel like I had a good physical presence during the event. And then also on Celeste, I did walk by the camera at the very end of the run, because Puddle Plains asked me to mouth the word sublime on camera, so I tried to do that, which I accomplished, much to my chagrin of my frickin' fear of how I present myself in public. I did that, so there you go. Yeah, I noticed. I actually went to the timestamp of when my donation got read, and yeah, there were a lot of people freaking out. It's like, oh my god, that old Let's Player made a donation. Little do they know, I'm still making Let's Plays. Like, You know, it's so weird. There's like all these people, whenever they come up to me, it's like, you know, I used to watch you all the time when you made Let's Plays. I still do! I still make Let's Plays. I've been making daily Let's Play uploads for like the past 6 years. I don't know why people think I just stopped for some reason. Probably because like so many other people stopped, so people just naturally assumed, oh, everyone's gonna stop. But no, I'm still uploading. I'm still making videos. That is what it is. Okay, I'm trying to think about what to talk about next. Let me get through this minigame really quick. Okay. But yeah, like, so yeah, I guess kind of a segue to that, I did get to meet a lot of people from the Randomizer community. Obviously, I went into the event within the name of DT, so obviously I met him. Kind of was forced to meet him since he was my ticket to even getting there to the event. So I met him, as Adirondack Rick said in chat, obviously met up with him. It was a great pleasure meeting both DT and Rick because, you know, they're both people who, when I first entered the Randomizer community, they were just very welcoming to me. And, you know, kind of showed me the ropes, invited me to Randomizer races, you know, invited me to share the mic with them on commentary. Well, what was that, like, weird, like, backslide Luigi did right there? That was kind of weird. But yeah, it was, you know, great to finally meet some of those people who kind of had a huge influence on my time here in the Randomizer community, because, you know, I've been a part of the Randomizer community for a little over a year now. You know, I kind of joined in like the fall 2017 tournament, but you know, at that point I kind of considered myself a bit of a free agent. Like, I literally just did the tournament stuff. I didn't do anything else. Then in the name of TT invited me to do some Randomizer races with him and his community. So I did that, and then I became a mod for the main tournament of well, actually I became a mod for the Key Sanity tournament at one point. Although they weren't called moderators, they were called leaders. So, like, we weren't really mods or anything, but, you know, we had kind of a say in how certain things went. But, you know, I became a mod, and then from there on, I kind of made a name for myself because of my mod status, and also just for commentary, too, as well. So, yeah, definitely was really happy to meet those two. Met Aaron Doby and Flappy, two really great people who I've also done a lot of races with as well. In fact, I actually joined up with them for a little bit of a team race that I'll be talking about a bit later. So it was great meeting them. Got to meet Alucard 2004, a very active commentator in the Link to the Past Randomizer tournaments and stuff. Also just plays a lot of Randomizer. Very cool guy. Very kind individual. In fact, he actually approached me on the day I met him, and he actually, like, you know, just kind of, you know, commented positively on my commentary and stuff, and, you know, we just had a nice chat about Randomizer and some other things as well, so it was really great meeting him. Met a lot of other moderators and admins from tournaments and past tournaments. Met Sakura Tsubasa. Met Rywek, who was in here a little bit ago. He's currently the operation mod for the tournament, who reports all the challenge scores. Met Sabatender, who's an admin, who I've done a lot of commentary with him, and he's like been my partner for a lot of really fun matches as well. And like, I had a really nice time with him, especially on the last night, because we actually did a Mario 3 randomizer race, which I won, but we both played terribly. So we're probably going to get destroyed in the Mario 3 randomizer tournament when that comes up. So yeah, it was really cool meeting him. Also met Clifford and Phyleon, two members from DT's community who are also You know, I know Clifford works for Speed Gaming, or does work for Speed Gaming, rather. And Phileon's also another admin of the tournament as well. I really enjoyed meeting them as well. I'm trying to think of what else, who else. I met a lot of people, so it's kind of hard to really... you know, it's kind of hard to pick a lot of names because, you know, I met so many people, and I'm trying to think of people who I've actually talked about and interacted with that you guys would know as well, because... You know, obviously the ones I did mention are people who I've commentated with before or done runs with before, but wouldn't necessarily be the case for everyone. I did meet Christos, Christos Owen, the guy who got me into Randomizer. That was a lot of fun meeting him. If anyone remembers the Key Sanity tournament race I had against him, where he beat me by 10 minutes, but still, I consider losing to Christos Owen by 10 minutes to be a huge victory for me, because he's just so much better at the game than I am. So yeah, it was cool meeting him. Got to meet Vtorp, who is the main developer of the Randomizer. So I actually got to hear about some things that will be in like the next version of Link to the Past Randomizer. I actually did a few test seeds about stuff that'll be in the new version as well, while I was at the event. I can't really say what those things are because I don't want to spoil anything since it's not out yet, but I did get some insider experience with the new version, which is kind of cool. And I actually even like I actually raced him and Alucard in the new version, and I actually won, so that was pretty cool that I actually won a race against the main developer of Randomizer and another, you know, fairly skilled Randomizer runner as well. So that was kind of cool that I actually won a race against those two. I don't know why I went this way. Is Toad still even over here, or is Bowser over here? I haven't really been paying that much attention. Did they say anything about Rydia skin? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything yet. Yes, Clayman, I did see that. I didn't see that at the event, but I did see that like on a clip compilation after the fact. The guy who ran away on camera and then like his, I guess his ass was showing for a little bit. Okay, I'm trying to look at some of the chat, see if there's any people who asked questions or anything. Okay, there we go. Anyone you had already met saw you again? Oh, yeah, I guess that's something. I did run into Little Foo, is it 68 or 48? I think it's 68. But yeah, I ran into Little Foo on pretty much the last day. She didn't have a very long time at AGDQ, so I got to see her, talk to her for a bit. We kind of shared experiences, I guess. But yeah, I got to see her on like one of the few last days. Okay, good, I won. Yeah, I thought it was 68. 48 didn't sound right in my head, but like that's the number I wanted to say for some reason. It's like, no, it's 68. What am I talking about? But yeah, I saw her, actually, Chelsea Lynn, who is Christos's girlfriend. She also does some commentary and some running of Link to the Past as well. Apparently, she used to be a big fan of my videos, like, back in the day, so that was kind of cool to find out that there was, like, someone who, you know, knew me way before Randomizer. So that was kind of a cool experience as well. I have over 130 coins. I can steal a star. Yeah, I better steal a star from Yoshi. He's getting a little too big for his britches over here. But yeah, it's always cool running into people who kind of, especially in the Randomizer community, who like say, oh, you know, I used to watch your videos all the time. There've actually been a few times where I've commentated with like newer commentators, and you you know, after the fact, they always say, like, tell me in private that I was, you know, I was actually really nervous working with you since I used to, like, really watch your videos and everything. And I'm also a fan of your commentary as well, so I was really nervous that I would suck on the mic with you. And I'm always like, oh, it's no problem. I'm sure that there are people who knew who I was back in the day. Don't, you know, just treat me like I'm anybody else. That's really all it is. I'm not really someone who's, you know, I'm not a big deal. I'm just a normal person like anyone else. I just happen to be very popular on YouTube at one point. That's all it is. Who is this Jack? Oh, Jackie, that's she's actually in the name of DT's friend. She's part of his Discord, and I forget what exactly, like, I think she works with Rooster Teeth, actually. Something of that nature. I don't know her, like, full, like, resume or anything like that, but yeah, she's just a friend of DT's who came down for, like, the last few days of the convention. Really, really sweet girl. It was really fun meeting her as well. Talking with her the few times that I did and whatnot. Yeah, the community manager for Rooster Teeth, that's right. Okay, I might be able to get this, I don't know. Nope, not quite. Damn it. Whoa, Toon, thank you for the sub, I appreciate it, my man. Also let the voice play out.
Hope you enjoyed AGDQ. SlimKirby's.
Yeah, I really did. I really did enjoy AGDQ. It was a lot of fun. I'm still talking about it, obviously. Also, Neon Tiger in chat. That's someone else who I met at AGDQ as well. Really fun meeting you, dude. Okay, do I dare try to get the Star Steal and be more in the lead, or do I take some coins? I think I'll take the star. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I believe everyone has a star, so no matter what, I'm getting something. Did you end up finishing the seed, the spoiler race seed, Nihon? I'm sure you did. You were in GT when I left, so I imagine when you're that close, you're probably going to finish. Awesome. That was a really fun race. I'll probably talk about that stuff now, too. All the, like, specific races and runs that I did. Let me just, let me get a drink really quick, though. My throat's hurting already. Not that I'm surprised, I'm talking non-stop. Ah! There we go. Ooh, keep away. Awesome. Okay, so as far as seeds I played when I was there and races I did, obviously, like, well, I guess it wasn't a race, but yeah, I played Mario Party with DT and his fiance before we left. The day we got there, we actually played One Mind. For those who don't know what One Mind is, it's basically two people are playing, and you play, like, in this case we did a Link to the Past randomizer seed. So both controllers are connected, and every second or every few seconds, the control switches to the other player. So you're basically working together, and with Link to the Past and all the different, like, technique that you have to use, and, like, you know, how some of the bosses can be as well, where you have to be very technical on some of the bosses, that can be really difficult to collaborate and communicate, like, strategies while you're doing that. So that was a really fun experience. I actually played with DT, and we did a race with other teams. I want to say, like, 6 or 7 teams were playing in that race, and we ended up getting 3rd place, which wasn't too bad. But it was a really interesting experience because DT on an execution level is like miles ahead of me. Like, he is very, very good at execution. While I'm like, I use a lot of very safe baby strats in a lot of places, and there's like a lot of techniques I don't really use. So, you know, it was kind of interesting because DT always wanted to do like very specific things to destroy bosses and whatnot, stuff I wasn't very familiar with. So, you know, there were a couple of times where we kind of like not in a sense of like, you know, arguing or bickering with each other, but like he really wanted to do something, but I was like, no, I can't do this, I'm sorry, no. But yeah, it was a lot of fun just having that experience, and we got through the game pretty quickly, all things considered. I want to say our time was like in the 130s or something, which I have a hard time getting to that time as it is, like, regularly, so that was fun. Did that on the first day. The second day, I kind of talked about this briefly, but we did the, we did a test seed for version 31, but the seed we did on that day was actually broken. Like, there was something that, I guess, VTorp forgot to, like, check or verify, so because of that, the seed wouldn't work, because there was an item that could not be obtainable without, like, glitching. So because of that, like, we couldn't finish that seed. But the next day, we did another seed, and I actually was able to finish that, and that's the race I actually won. So that was fun to do that. I actually raced Rywek one day as well.
2 years is coming in fast, but 18 months, wow, and why less than 3?
Hey, Mark, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Sorry if I cut off any of your message. I didn't realize there was a subscription made while I was talking. But I had a race against Rywek, which I ended up winning. Well, actually, I didn't really win the race because we both, like, stopped it early so we could do another race. But I was slightly ahead. So that's the only reason I won, but I can't really give myself a full win on that because we both didn't finish the seed. Let's see. We did a legacy race where we basically got a seed from version 3, I believe, of the randomizer, which is like, I did not pay attention. I do not know which shell it's in. Crap, I was not paying attention at all. Oh well, my fault. I'll lose. Or win, okay. Okay, I guessed correctly anyway. Wait, what's happening? Anyone else getting lag? I am dropping some frames, so my bad. Let me try to fix things up a little bit. I'll lower the bitrate a little bit, see if that helps. Yeah, lucky guess. I will agree with that. And that was all luck. But yeah, we played version 3 of the randomizer, did like a legacy race of that version. I actually did not finish that one because there was a very... Okay, is there a problem with the stream now or not? Like, do I have to actually fix something before I go on, or are things okay now? Also, I just realized I should probably be saving every turn. Just in case everything screws up. Okay, as Magnus says, just use pause play to fix it if you're having issues. I imagine it's just normal Twitch things, plus my computer screwing up and internet screwing up along with it. But yeah, version 3. Version 3 has a lot of very kind of annoying quirks that would be seen as annoying if, like, you haven't played... If you have played any recent versions of the randomizer. Like, all the text is still there, so whenever you get an item, like, it explains what the item is. So because of that, it's very, very slow. Like, painfully slow, almost. Aw, crap. Yoshi, don't... Oh, we lost. If he ran into us and gave us the light bulb, it would have been fine, because he would have just been able to grab it back, but whatever. It's fine. Yoshi needed to lose some coins anyway. But yeah, text was still on items. There were some items that just didn't get shuffled at all. Pendants and crystals were always vanilla, so... Well, you didn't necessarily have to get all the pendants, like... You had to play through the same Dark World dungeons every single seed, no matter what, so... That was another very kind of annoying quirk. And the reason why I quit, there's like this very weird thing where if you save and quit in the Master Sword pedestal room, it'll act like you have a follower behind you. So because of that, if you go to Thieves Town right afterwards, Blind will not actually be there. And that's kind of what tripped me up. So because of that, I didn't finish my seed, because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go through all that dungeon again. I don't want to... I'm just done. I got the gist of what this version was like. So that's like one of the first rando races I've ever, like, I guess, forfeit, I guess you could say. But so yeah, we did that. I actually had a rematch against Final Flame. He was my first opponent in the Key Sanity tournament that we had a long time ago. And we had a really bad seed, and he wanted to race me again in hopefully a better seed. And we did actually get a better seed. We got a much better seed. But I still won. He had some issues with Ganon, while I had less issues with Ganon. So I won that race. That was pretty cool. So I'm 2 for 2 against Final Flame. I believe Rick was actually officiating that race as well. He actually did the countdown for it. He announced when I won and everything. So that was kind of cool.
Finish.
Then we had a spoiler race on the last day, which was kind of cool. Basically, for spoiler races, what you're doing is you look at the spoiler log for like 15 minutes before the race begins. And then you try to take notes with like where things were, and you kind of have to build a route around what you find in the spoiler log. I might actually do that one time for like a stream, just to kind of show that off. It's actually a fairly interesting way to actually run Randomizer. It's a lot faster, and it can almost feel like cheating at times, but you know, it's a new way to play it, and I think that's what's kind of important, is that, you know, with as varied as Randomizer is, like, there's still other ways you can play it as well, and that's what kind of makes it fun. Ah, damn it. Is Spyro Trilogy on Switch yet? Because if it's not, then I have no way to get Spyro Trilogy anyway. Because I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One. And I guess there were also a few other Randomizer runs I did. I know there was a Key Sanity run I did, like, by myself one morning, because I got there very early and I was waiting for things to happen. Me, Aaron, and DT had a Key Sanity Triforce Hunt Randomizer race we did one night, which is something we like to do a lot, so we did that once, which I ended up winning that race as well. That was pretty cool. Then yeah, like I haven't got the Spyro Trilogy because I don't have a way to play it yet. And then There was one big race, and I kind of alluded to this race earlier, but there was the, I keep forgetting what we called it, but it was basically a giant co-op team race that we were doing in the tournament room one night. I think it was like the CKC3 or something. Which it was basically a cross-world entrance randomizer with key sanity, and it was co-op, so you could work with 2 other people. And the goal was to ultimately be like the first team to finish, or the first team to have 3 of their team members finish. I was on a team of 3 with me, Aaron Doby, and Flaffykins. We ended up getting 5th place of, I believe, 7 teams. Which wasn't too bad. We weren't in last place, and we also had 1 less team member compared to everyone else. So I feel like that was kind of a disadvantage. Because, you know, we had less people looking for stuff, and we had to find them just with 3 people. But it was really cool. You could find, like, tickets throughout the randomizer ROM, which you could exchange for, like, hints and stuff. For where certain items and entrances were going to be. And it was a really fun seed. I really enjoyed playing it. But there was some controversy that actually happened before the race. Because we were supposed to have the race at 6 p.m. But the tournament that was going on before went overtime. And it actually went like 90 minutes overtime. And this kind of alludes back to something that happened the previous year, which I don't know all the context because I wasn't at AGDQ last year. But basically, you know, there was another event that the randomizer community was doing that got held up by a previous tournament. And because of that, at the very end of the randomizer run, there was another tournament that was supposed to happen afterwards. And the randomizer peeps were actually forced out of the tournament room before they could finish. So there was kind of a sore spot about that. And the tournament that was before us this year, like, they didn't get kicked out. They were allowed to finish, despite being 90 minutes over time. So because of that, since the match was exactly at 6, I decided to not eat dinner beforehand. Which was a mistake, because I probably could have gotten dinner really quick and come back easily, but no, I decided to not eat, so I was very miserable waiting for the frickin' race to begin in the first place. A lot of people couldn't even get set up because the room was still, like, you know, waiting to finish the other tournament. So it was just like a really, really annoying happening that happened before then. Okay, wait, it's me, right? Yeah. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I don't think Mario has any stars. Hey, Darkside, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Oh wow, Mario did have a star. Sweet. Okay, never mind. For something, I thought he didn't. I thought maybe like he lost a star earlier or something. Now Toad is over there, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It'll come back to my island at some point. It'll get back to my island at some point. So yeah, that was a very annoying aspect of that tournament. Just the fact that, like, we were unable to begin, and, like, there were a lot of people in the previous tournament that were, like, complaining that we were being annoying about them, like, going on late because, oh, these tournaments, like, go on late all the time. Like, that's something you guys should be used to. Not every tournament's going to be able to finish within their designated time. But again, it's the fact that the previous year we were kicked out for, you know, going overtime just a little bit, and yet they had the free range to finish is ridiculous. Like, they should have been kicked out by that same right. Or rather, maybe not that, maybe we shouldn't have been kicked out. I guess that's the better way to look at it. You can't really blame that entirely on them. It's just, yeah, I kind of have to use the same logic, I guess. But eventually, once we kind of got started, it was a lot better. Yoshi stole a star from me, didn't he? Did I not even... Did I not even acknowledge that because I was too busy talking? So all of a sudden I realized, wait, I have 2 stars again. What the hell? And Yoshi has 4. Ugh. I guess I'll have to screw over Yoshi at some point. Oh, thank God. Really happy to get that 8 right there. I may have actually landed on another chance time space, actually. If so, bring it. Let me steal a star from Yoshi. Let me get my star back. Oh, okay, not quite. Actually, there wasn't even a chance time. I guess I was thinking of the happening space. Just waiting to... Oh. You know, I'm not going to complain about it too much, but, like, I am not a fan of the Yoshi, like, didn't file his taxes, or whatever joke. I'm just not a fan of that. I just don't think it's a good meme. I don't think it's a good meme at all. I think it was just a meme that just people are forcing because... I don't know, just because. But I guess that's all memes in general. There's just some memes you like, and there's just some memes you don't, I guess. Like steamed hams from last year, good meme. Okay, good. I don't know, I've just never really been a fan of it. I guess the fact that it doesn't make sense is why it's so popular or something. And I guess, again, that's just, like, what memes are to begin with. I'm just not a fan of it, I guess. Oh, so I guess another thing I should probably talk about is I should probably talk about the 2 versus 2 tournament, which was, you know, something I actually streamed a couple of times before I left. But yeah, there was that, basically that 8-team 2 versus 2 tournament. Or I guess it was 16 teams. But yeah, that was something that happened before AGDQ. I won both races, me and my partner Sinak. Oh yeah, I met Sinak, obviously. I can't believe I forgot about him, my freaking teammate for that. But yeah, we won both of our races, which means we actually got to compete at AGDQ against the other remaining teams. We unfortunately did not make it past the next race, the first race, in semifinals. We lost to Solsky and Bentizi. We got kind of close, though. We were at least in Ganon's Tower when they finished, but, you know, we both knew that it was going to be a hard match because they're both really, really good players. Like, they're both really, really good, so... We're not surprised we lost, and they were ultimately the victors of the tournament as well, so... You know, at least we can say we lost to the winners of the tournament. We also had just, like, a terrible seed when we practiced, like, a few days before the race. So our morale was kind of down after that first seed we did. Skinner? Seymour! I love steamed hams. Steamed hams is great. Wow, did it actually start on Oh, why did I not jump on the mushroom? What the hell? Did it really start on really freaking clever? That's awesome. I actually know that guy. I've watched a couple of his videos in the past. I kind of stopped watching him, though, because, I don't know, I feel like his humor got kind of forced after a while. But, I mean, hey, you know, sometimes you just, you know, lose interest in YouTubers or channels that you watch. I mean, hey, it's probably why a lot of people thought that I just didn't make Let's Plays anymore, because they just lost interest and they stopped following. They're like, hey, I remember when I watched you back when you did videos. And you're like, I still make videos. And they're like, oh, well, this is awkward. I guess that's like the easy answer. Like, if they haven't watched in a while, like, you don't want to seem like, oh, I used to watch your videos. Like, you just want to say that, hey, do you still make videos? I don't know. Weird things, I guess. Okay, so I talked about, like, all the randomizer I played. I talked about my experience in the stream room. Talked about the people I've met. Any other questions or things people have as far as, like, just things they want to know about AGDQ that I could maybe try to answer, at least in my experience? Because I'm kind of running empty on things to talk about now. This is why I don't really, like, I don't mind doing these, like, kind of recap streams. It's just, an entire week of stuff is kind of hard to retain. Because, again, I was gone for an entire week. This wasn't just a weekend like other events. This was an entire week. I'm actually going to move to the other island because Boo's over here. I can maybe steal some more coins and stars. Because I believe Yoshi still has the coin star at 150. So I want to see if I can pass that and also maybe steal some stars in the process. Oh, thank you, Ringer. I'm glad you like it. Oh, also more chance time. Hey, make Yoshi lose some more stars. I'm fine with that. Crap. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. The Topaz Passage boss? Is that the bear, or is that the other one? Because Topaz is the, like, pinball area, right? Or not pinball, but the, like, fun zone, I guess. Okay, yeah, the bear. That's what I thought. I don't remember the bear being that bad, but it's also been a couple of minutes since I played the game all the way through. Also, this is the third time we're playing this game, by the way. Seeing a lot of Shy Guy Says today, I guess. Shy Guy Says. We're going to be playing a lot of Shy Guy Says. Wait, what? I definitely pressed B, not A. Maybe I just pressed the buttons too slowly or something. That's probably what it was. Oh, I guess here's something I could talk about as well. Man, if the whole hotel thing that I talked about at the beginning wasn't, like, stressful enough, man, there were...
Dang, what a troll.
Yeah, dang, what a troll. There were, like, several times where I swear I was gonna give myself a heart attack at the convention, because on one day, I believe it was, like, the first day, like, the event was live and everything, I actually forgot my badge in my hotel room, so because of that, because it wasn't at the main hotel where I could just walk upstairs and get it, I was literally about to board the shuttle to get to where the event was when I realized I didn't have my badge with me. So I had to run back out of the station, go back to my hotel room, and get my badge, and then come back and go through the station again, get to the bus platform and everything. And I boarded the bus, or the shuttle, or whatever. I guess it's supposed to be a train, like a rail train or something. I don't know the technical name for it. Rail shuttle, I guess we'll go with. And at this point, when I'm about to reach the platform of where I'm supposed to go, I realize I don't have my wallet on me. And I know I had my wallet a few minutes ago when I actually entered the station because my travel card was in there. So I started freaking out. I was scared that it maybe dropped out of my pocket or something when I was, like, you know, getting ready to sit down and wait for the train to come back. So, as soon as I land on the platform, I jump in the reverse train, which is heading back where I just came from. Had to wait like 2 or 3 minutes to actually get to my previous destination. Go back to where I was sitting, and thankfully my wallet was right there. Like, literally, no one took it or anything. No one thought anything of it. It was still right where it was beforehand. So, I dodged a huge bullet with that wallet. Like, I almost lost my ID, my credit cards. There was still probably at least like $200 in my wallet still. Health insurance cards, all that stuff was in there. So I was... safe to say I was scared out of my mind when that happened. And, like, I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know if I just, like, placed it next to me and then, like, it fell, like, through the bench or something on the floor below. Or I don't know if it, like... I don't know if it just fell out or something. Like, I don't know for sure how it got to where it was. I just wasn't thinking. I was probably already stressed from having to go back to my hotel room in the first place to get my badge, so I just wasn't thinking. It was a really, really bad start to the first day. It was a really, really bad start. Like, I was so stressed out, and it was not fun in the slightest bit. But thankfully, crisis was averted. But my God, I had many incidents like that throughout the entire week as well. There was one night where it was the night that me, DT, and Aaron had our like fun little race. Because I have to bring my laptop, and whenever I bring my laptop to do racing, I always plug my phone in with a charger cord into my laptop as well, just to kind of, you know, charge that up along while I'm racing. So one night I left my phone charger in there because I forgot to pack it, and thankfully the next morning it was still there. So, you know, once again I got bailed out. Before I left Ohio on my way back home yesterday, when DT drove away, because we had to go to the gas station so I can get air in my tires since my tire pressure was kind of low. For some reason I didn't have my phone on me, so I was scared that like my phone fell out somewhere. So like I was frantically running around the car looking for it. It was still in the car, it just fell between the two seats. So like it was still in there, but like I swear, like I want to get glue and just like glue everything to me from now on, because I just had too many scares where I thought I lost something because of just some dumb thing. And like, yeah, I could get like pants with like pockets and stuff, but I use my phone so much now that like that would be so annoying to just like keep opening my pockets when I could just like pull it out and have it. But I don't know, maybe that's something that I should consider from now on. Or, you know, sometimes, like, if you're sitting down, like, you forget to put it back in your pocket. You put it, like, right next to you, on the table next to you or something. I don't know. So, yeah, like, and I never have really had those issues at, like, MagFest or any other conventions I've gone to. I've never really had those issues. But I swear at this AGDQ, like, I just kept having that problem where it's like, oh my God, where is this thing that I really, really need? Oh, goody. I can't find it. Just so much anxiety, so much stress that did not help whatsoever. But thankfully those feelings were usually pretty, like, temporary. I could easily, like, just kind of get back in the groove without any issue whatsoever after a while. I think I've beaten Yoshi's Coinstar lead, so I'm going to go ahead and steal from him. Because he has way too many coins and stars right now. And, like, even when I, like, put stuff in my backpack, because I stopped putting stuff in my pockets and started putting things in my backpack, because, again, like, being scared of leaving something behind. But I also just have, like, 4 packets, or pockets in my backpack, so it's like, okay, wait, which pocket did I put this in? And, like, man, just every time I, like, left the room or went to a different room, like, it'd be, like, scrambling to make sure I had everything. It was not a good feeling. Did you at least get it back, Rengra? Like, or did someone, like, just take it and you never saw your phone again? Because that sucks. I find on average, people are generally, like, you know, you always fear, like, leaving something or dropping something and then someone stealing it. But most of the time, like, I find that people will actually, like, try to return it, or they'll, like, put it in, like, a lost and found or something. But, you know, you always have that fear that someone's just going to take it and claim it as their own. I know one time, like, I don't know, me and my friend were walking, like, down the sidewalk in a part of our town, and there was just a Pokemon player's guide, like, next to the sidewalk. And my friend took it, because he's like, oh, cool, this would be cool to have, and, like, I was like, no, you shouldn't take that. That's not yours. That could belong to someone. And it just made me think about, like, if it were me and, like, I accidentally left my player's guide somewhere, like, would someone just, like, actually take it and just keep it for themselves? Or would they actually return it? And it's just, like, I felt really bad about it, but my friend wasn't having any of it, so he just took it. I mean, it wasn't, like, next to a house or anything. It was, like, kind of in the middle of nowhere where there was, like, no houses. So someone literally just, like, left it behind somewhere. But, man, I don't know. I felt like... I wasn't even the one taking it, but, like, I felt bad because it was being taken. I'm sorry to hear that, Ringer. That sucks. Someone would actually steal it. I mean, there are people out there who would do that. And, you know, I got very lucky that, like... there were none of those people in Maryland during this week that, or at least if there were, they weren't there when I lost my wallet or phone or cell phone charger or whatever. Because I could have easily been in a place where, like, yeah, like, someone could have just taken it and I would have never seen it, any of that stuff again. So yay, we actually won this time. No, I got it, Master. I understood your reference. I definitely understood that. Okay, other things. Really, I'm really just, like, grasping at, like, all the remaining straws that I have not covered yet. As far as places I got to eat at, you know, I kind of talked about the Mongolian barbecue I went to the first night, or not really the first night at GDQ, but my first night away from home when I was at DT's place. That was really good, really enjoyed that. First night that we got to GDQ, or the GDQ area anyway, we went to this pho eatery, or fa eatery, or whatever. I don't know the correct way to pronounce it, but we went to there one night, which I wasn't too crazy about that because it's a lot of stuff you have to eat with, like, chopsticks and stuff. And I suck at eating with chopsticks. The food was good, but, like, it was just really hard to eat, and overall just wasn't a great experience. They also just had like a lot of like the very typical restaurants that you'd see. There was like a McDonald's, there was an Arby's, you know, restaurants of that nature. There was a Popeyes that was actually pretty close too, which is, you know, Popeyes is a much better place than KFC by a long shot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go down there, risk Bowser again, or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna go this way. See if I can maybe steal some stars or coins from with Boo. One day we went to this pizza place where you could kind of make your own pizza. Like, you know, almost kind of think of it as like kind of like a cafeteria or buffet type place almost. Right? No. Think of Subway. Think of basically Subway, but with pizza. And it was, you know, really kind of cool because you could get like any ingredient you wanted on it, which was pretty cool. I had a very basic pizza where it was just like, you know, pepperoni and cheese and whatnot, but still it was really, really good. Oh, Magnus, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. I'll get to that Sunday. Let's see. Actually, I'll get to that place next. One night, this is something that DT really wanted to do for his Discord group. Basically, people who were part of his Discord that were going to GDQ, we had one night where we went to this place he really wanted to go to, where it was called Medium Rare, which is basically a place where you can get steak and fries. Like, that's all on the menu. So you just get steak and fries, and that's your meal, pretty much. But after the fact, some of the members of our group, including me, decided to get dessert. And, you know, we saw, like, an ice cream sundae or a hot fudge sundae on the menu. So, you know, we were like, you know what? We're on vacation. Let's treat ourselves. Let's all get some ice cream sundaes. So 3 of us got sundaes. It was me, Felix. Felix, I met Felix. He's another admin of the tourney. So, got to meet him as well. Me, Felix, and Alucard got sundaes, and we were not expecting the sundaes to be that huge. Like, it was literally like, it was almost just like a miniature bowl that was literally stacked, like, twice of the bowl's size up. It was so freaking huge. And, my god. It had a ridiculous amount of whipped cream on it, too. I ended up, like, not really eating a lot of the whipped cream. I just kind of focused on the, like, the actual ice cream and the hot fudge, which was what I was more interested in. But my god, if someone has a link to that tweet, go ahead and post it. Like, you have my permission to post it. But my god, those sundaes were huge. They were so freaking huge. Yeah, I know, right? Like, restaurants give you such huge portions, and, like, why? They could save money by not giving those portions. Like, I get it. They want to, like, provide, like, a very, like, exquisite experience and whatnot, but... Man, that was more ice cream, or more... That was more dessert than man. I think that's what I actually said. I never, like, tweeted it or anything, but I believe, like, when you're done, I'm like, this is more dessert than man. Crap. I think I've already screwed this up pretty badly. Actually, this may not be too bad. Okay, this is 2.
Finish!
Oh, I still won. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you, Magnus. That was the sundae, the thing that Magnus just posted. That was how huge the sundae was. Random question. How much do a night do hotels for GDQ cost? Just curious, it's about twice the average convention length. Ultimately, the hotel that me and Hanson stayed at, I believe the overall price for the hotel for the entire week that we stayed, and keep in mind we stayed from basically last Saturday to Sunday, so it was about like a week and an extra day. It was a little under 1,200, like for the overall trip, so like we both paid about like 70 per night, I think, somewhere around there. And again, that was just the hotel we stayed at. I imagine the main hotel actually costed a bit more too. And I want to say Hanson also got a better rate for our room as well through like rewards and stuff. So it's really not too bad. But just keep in mind that we were also splitting the hotel, so like if you can't find anyone to go with, like you're paying like over 100 per night. And it can be very expensive. It'll add up. Like, you definitely want to get together with a group and, like, pay for a room together. Okay, thank you, Clayman. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, I got Shell Game again. Let me actually try to pay attention this time. Also, I probably should have asked this earlier. How's the music compared to, like, commentary and whatnot? I never really asked that to begin with. No one really commented on it, so I'm assuming it's fine.
Finish.
Okay, sounds good, good. Yeah, so much whipped cream, so much sprinkles, like... You know, I'm not even really a huge fan of whipped cream, honestly. Like, a lot of whipped cream just doesn't... It seems just, like, kind of tasteless to me. Like, it's just there just to make it look exquisite, but it's not incredibly necessary. Like, whipped cream just feels like empty calories to me sometimes. Okay, see you later, Mark. Thank you for this resub, and thank you for stopping by. Yeah, from what I hear, like, I mean, especially if you're, like, an American going to Con Bravo, like, Con Bravo itself is actually not too expensive because of just what the Canadian dollar is right now. I'm not really sure what my con experience or just event experience is going to be like for the next year. I'm currently planning to go to MomoCon this year, but, you know, I spent a lot of money just getting to this convention. Like, not just for the hotel room, but... the particular area we stayed at, like, man, it was expensive, and you gotta keep in mind, I was there for an entire week, so my funds are actually pretty low right now. Like, I'm not, like, bankrupt or anything, I still have money in my checking account and whatnot, it's just that basically all the money that I took for the convention was spent with a little more on top of it, so... You know, it was a very expensive vacation. I'm definitely glad I took it. And, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to next year's or not. And it's hard to say at this point. I want to because I had such a good time this year, but, like, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I think the biggest takeaway is that I pretty much have to get another job, like an actual job that'll pay pretty well or pretty regularly if I want to make AGDQ work for next year. Because AGDQ next year is actually going to be held not in DC or Maryland. It's going to be held in Orlando, Florida, of all places. So it's going to be a new area altogether for conventions and just events in general for me. Oh, come on! Do you see this bullcrap right here? Right in front of Boo, on the same island as Toad, just to get a warp block. That'll take me to the other island. I'll play a minigame, I guess, but... Of course I get this minigame of all things, too. Let's see.
Start.
Deal. I think one thing that would help if, like, you tell, like, your manager or something, if it's, like, if you're going to a charity event, that might help. That might help you get a week off. I've never really had, like, a job, like, a real job where I've had, like, you know, like a manager or someone or a boss or something. So I don't really have much experience, but I imagine, like, for a case like that, if you ever want to take, like, a trip or go to a convention or something, you just have to be very flexible. You just have to tell your boss straight up, hey, I want to go to this place for this amount of time. Is there anything I can do to make that work? Like, maybe take up some extra shifts for like a week or so to make up for my time. You know, basically do stuff like that. You got to be flexible. You got to basically say that, you know, I want to go to this. I'm letting you know ahead of time. Is there anything I can do to make this work while, you know, not making it not look like I'm just like cutting out or anything? That's how I imagine it should go, but you know, if it depends on, I guess, the kind of job you have too. If like you're an understaffed location, yeah, it probably may not be looked at too kindly, but I don't know. Just a lot of things you gotta think about, I guess. Yeah, I guess being a teacher, that would be another thing. Taking off a whole week would be pretty extreme for that type of job.
Ready? Go.
Oh. Of course, I start off pressing the wrong button. I'm probably going to lose because I started pressing the wrong button. Actually, no, I've already caught up. Holy crap. The computers are not very good at Handcar Havoc, I've noticed. But they're, like, really good in Mario Party 2's Handcar Havoc, which is strange. I know when it comes to 1, you can easily overtake them. Is this it? Yeah, we're good. Oh, yeah, I traded places with Yoshi, too. Holy crap. Yeah, it's kind of weird how Mario Party 2's Handcar Havoc is more brutal. Although I feel like it's like harder, if not impossible, to fall off in that one. Yeah, Cactus sucks. I think he's the worst boss, hands down. I incredibly cheesed it with the items, but, like, otherwise it's a pretty annoying fight. Okay, let's go back. I mean, at least we have, like, a lot of coins, so... Yeah, I believe the first boss on Super Hard is, like, 15 seconds or something. I think I will probably maybe do, like, a stream playthrough of Super Hard mode at some point in the future. Just to kind of show that off, because I know there were a lot of people who were kind of disappointed in the fact that I just chose normal mode. But, you know, like, I had to record that a few days before my vacation started. And, you know, like, I feel like the difference between hard and normal mode is so minuscule that it just didn't really seem worth it. And I didn't want to have to play through an entire game just to unlock super hard mode, just to get the first project started. So I think playing on normal was fine. You get the gist of what the game is. I talk about the differences throughout when relevant. This is also a really, really bad crazy cutter right now that I'm doing.
Finish!
Whoa! Real Leaf Apollo! How you doing, man? Nice to meet you at GDQ. Wait, did someone get 100? I was not paying attention again. Or were you quoting me again? That's probably what you're doing. I was like, wait, someone got 100 on that? It didn't look like anyone got a score worthy of 100. Awesome, awesome. You didn't get sick by chance? That GDQ flu, as people call it. That's the one thing I'm really happy about, is like, I didn't really feel sick the entire convention, or the entire event. I know a couple of my friends actually did get kind of sick, which was kind of lame, but thankfully it seems like I kind of avoided everything. Which, that is okay. That with me, that means I can keep streaming and keep doing my thing without any delays. As far as someone asked about my stream schedule, now that I'm back, this week I'm going to be kind of taking it by ear, just see what happens. Next week I will be building my new computer, so I don't know when like I'll start using it though. It's kind of hard to say because I'll have to like load all the programs over to it and make sure I have everything on the new computer before I can start like using it effectively. But, I do plan to try to use it as soon as possible. As far as this week, I think on Friday I might do some Randomizer stuff, and maybe on Sunday I'll do, like, Hyrule Warriors Legends or something. I'm not going to start anything new yet, though, until I get my new computer, I think, set up. But until then, I'll probably just mess around with Randomizer. I know that one thing I kind of talked about this on Twitter the other day. I do kind of want to look into maybe doing some speedruns and stuff. I saw a lot of Link to the Past No Major Glitches during the con. I'm kind of interested in doing that. Obviously, I've been on the hunt for a good Pieces time, so I could maybe crack the top of that leaderboard. That could be something I could do. It's kind of interesting I'm actually playing this game right now because I know that there's a very active Minigame Island run as well. Also, Yoshi, you better not screw me over, you stupid dinosaur. With this chance time BS. Super Bomberman's a game I want to look into. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Okay, good. Can you do a stream of building your No, I can't do that. I don't have a webcam or anything that could do that in the first place, and I just do not think that'd be interesting. Man, that was close. I was honestly getting kind of scared there. I think with that, I'm pretty much guaranteed to win this game, though, because, like, I have to get the minigame star, I have to get the coin star. Even if Yoshi gets the happening star, I don't think there's any way he can catch up with me right now, so I think we're pretty much good to win this game. Although this could be interesting. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna win now. Oh man, that would scare that would just scare me, Magnus, if I just like build a new computer and all of a sudden it just doesn't work. I'd be like, oh no, I screwed it up. I messed something up. What did I break? I broke something. When in reality, it's probably like, oh, I didn't plug this in. Okay, that worked. That explains it. Well, again, Ringra, that doesn't solve the issue of not having a webcam to do that.
Finish.
$201 coins. I'm not at all surprised. That's generally how all these Mario Party 1 games go for me. But still. Oh. Okay, facelift again. This is going to be an easy 100. Easy 100. Let's get this easy 100 here. Oh, 98. That's Weem away, not keep away. Oh, keep away, oh, keep away, oh, keep away. God damn it. Well, hey, that's going to help me with the happening stars, so I don't hate this. So I don't think I'll make it over to where Bowser is anyway. I think I'm probably going to be sticking at 4 stars for the rest of this game. Unless I just get very generous dice rolls for the rest of this. Okay. Man, what's with all these Bowser... He just took a star from Yoshi and gave him 10 coins. Oh my god. That's mean, and I love it. Yeah, that can happen. I've seen that happen before. I forgot which playthrough it was where that happened, but I've seen that happen before. Nope. Mine. Go away, Yoshi. Oh, screw you. Come on. Oh.
Finish.
I think I got 2 coin bags, so it's... No, I think I only got 1, actually. Yeah. Oh, well. I don't think Peach is even close to beating my coins or my minigame star stuff anyway. Come on, Whack-A-Plant. Oh, lame. But yeah, if anyone has any last questions about AGDQ or just like things in general, let me know, because I'm kind of out of stuff to talk about now. Out of all the Mario RPGs, which one is your favorite? Probably Paper Mario. Do you have any future happenings you want to discuss? Not really too much right now. As I've kind of stated before many times on YouTube, obviously YouTube stuff is going to be, you know, taking a dip in terms of content being posted. It's still going to be happening, but, like, I'm not going to be posting as much, so, you know, on that front, I'm going to be definitely taking a definite break for a bit. As far as Twitch, like, again, because I stream mostly in the evenings, that shouldn't really interfere with much. But, you know, anything could happen, especially if I start looking for a job somewhere. I might need to take some time away from streaming, but I'll still try to make sure I have at least streams on my pretty regular dates. So, you know, Monday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights, I'm still going to try to, you know, get my thing going, so definitely come on by. There's a lot of stuff I want to try out, a lot of things I want to experiment with, especially once I get my new computer. So obviously, you know, stay tuned for that as well. And we'll just kind of take it easy. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to make any promises or anything like that, but, you know, we'll just see what happens, I guess. Okay. Hammer drop. Hammer drop. Start. Jeez, if I didn't need any more minigame coins. This is gonna be overkill now.
Finish.
Hey, Aunt Fitz. Oh. Trying to make sure I read that correctly. Aunt Fitzvix. Yeah, Yoshi did get Whack-A-Plant, but I've also won like every other minigame, so I don't think that Whack-A-Plant's gonna be worth much in the long run. This is what's gonna be important. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. That doesn't matter. Mario doesn't even have a star, so. Oh well. Chance time doesn't scare me. I can time it well in Mario Party 1, and pretty much in 2 and 3 as well, so I'm never worried about chance time. There's the occasional time that it messes up, but I guess one thing I should have done is maybe I should have tried to make Peach give a star to someone. Because even if she gave it to Yoshi, I still would have been fine regardless. But whatever, I think we're good. I think we have nothing to worry about. Well, Mario Party 4, that's the one with, like, the... not pinball, but where you have to, like, pull the lever back. Reversal of Fortune, I think is what it's called. Which is really a much different beast than Chance Time. Man, Yoshi got a lot of coins there, too, though. I think I still got this though. Yeah, we're good. Pachinko, that's the name of it. I think it's kind of like Pachinko. So we got the coin star as well. No disputing that. Huh, interesting. Mario got a star after all. And I got another star, so I swept the bonus stars too. Okay, well, there we go. Another victory for Luigi! I just love the last place player getting eaten by the fish. I'm Mickey Mouse! God, why do you sound like Mickey Mouse, Luigi? It's not a good sound for you. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. I don't think Whack-A-Pull... Oh, wait, no, wait. This is what I'm supposed to look at. I was looking at this like it was the minigame stars, but it definitely is not. Okay, yeah, Yoshi wasn't too far behind, I guess. I definitely smoked them, though. So, yeah, me and Mario both got 4. Interesting. Man, there were 9 games of chance time being played. That's always scary. Yep, you can finish with negative coins. That is true. That is something that can happen. Okay, well, there we go. I remember in Retro Achievements, you could get, like, there were, like, achievements for winning a game with negative coins for minigames. I always thought that was kind of an interesting achievement to get. Because, yeah, if you play your cards right, it doesn't matter if you don't win minigames, if you, you know, balance all of the other elements of the game up. I'm going to check something really quick, because I don't think I have all the minigames in, No, I don't have all of these yet. It's just because at one point I reset all of my data because I wanted to unlock everything again. So I don't actually have everything, but... I mean, it's kind of stupid to get everything, honestly. Okay, what's the most expensive thing I still need? That 500. Is there like a 200 I can get? There's a 250 I can get. Let's get a 250 and a 350. So we'll get treasure divers. Guess we'll get Mario Bandstand. Well, there we go. I don't have 41 anymore, so we're all good. We'll get deep sea divers at some point, guys. Okay. So that's it for that game. I've been streaming for like, what, 2 hours? I'm almost curious about something. I mentioned earlier that I kind of had thoughts about maybe speedrunning Minigame Island at some point in my future. Wondering if I should give it a shot. Maybe do like a dry run and then kind of like, you know, look up strategies later and stuff. Let me actually look this up. I'm curious now. Speedrun.com. Mario Party. Again, let me see. Let me see what this is all about. I've never actually like looked super in depth in this. Yeah, because there's a Minigame Island any percent, and there's also Minigame Island 100%. And there's also all boards on easy, all boards on normal, all boards on hard. Let me actually look at this really quick. I am really curious. Hold on. I messed something up when I went to this page. Yeah, that would be a really long category, I'm sure. Great, now my website's running really slowly. I also just realized that I had Skype on this whole time, but again, that's normal for me. I always forget to frickin' turn it off. Let me do this. Oh wow, it actually removes the Skype sound whenever you sign off. That's kind of nice. Okay, so Minigame Island any percent. The world record's 36 minutes and 24 seconds. Minigame Island 100% is about 45 minutes, 47 seconds. Although there's not really much of a difference between any percent and 100% because it's really just like 1 or 2 extra worlds you have to do pretty much. So I can see that being like, you know, not too much longer. All boards on easy. 6 hours and 15 minutes. Definitely not doing that. All boards on normal, 6 hours and 7 minutes. All boards on hard, 6 hours and 6 minutes. And there's also miscellaneous categories for like certain mini games. Okay, so I guess I'll just look at the any percent run really quick. Let me view the rules. In any percent, you can choose which path to take, Worlds 3 plus 4 or World 5. Timing starts when you select New Game and ends when you cross the finish line in Toad's Slot Car Derby race. Video proof required for any runs in top 5. So I could just do this and say I got this time and then don't have to actually show it. No, I'm kidding. I might give it a shot. It might be fun. Any people I know in this category? Shoot. Oh! There's Real Leaf Apollo, 26th place, who's in the chat right now. That's funny. I see some names that look kind of familiar. Why does it keep doing that? This is gonna be like the most like dry run, like just kind of like rough draft type of run I'm ever gonna do, honestly. Okay. Guess I better get a timer up. Okay, you know what? Let me do this, actually. It's probably going to show, like, my... Yeah, I knew it was going to do that. Let me fix all this stuff so it shows, like, all the right stuff and everything. Close splits. There we go. Also, hey, Twitch chat. Get rid of you. Yeah, let me do this. How is it already in use? Oh, I guess I just didn't. There we go. Does it already have... Oh no. Oh, okay, it is actually. There's actually stuff for this game already. That's kind of cool. Hey, Czar, going pretty good. How you doing? Okay, there we go. Okay, World 1. Should probably add some other things. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 2, World 5, 6, 7, 8, Toad at the end. Toad Car Derby. Actually, I guess I can go a little further with this one. I wish I knew how to get rid of like all this like empty space here, because this really bugs me when I actually try to do one of these real runs, because I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm sure there's a way to, I just haven't messed around with a live split a lot. Okay. Video capture device. Okay. Let's see. What was your favorite run you saw at AGDQ? A run I enjoyed the most was Celeste run. Orb. Yeah, Orb. Interesting question. I'd say, yeah, probably the Celeste run by default. That was the run I probably, like, paid attention to the most, and it was the one I was perhaps the most amazed by, just due to how frickin' flawless TGH plays the game. And, yeah, I'd say that was probably my favorite run. But Mario RPG was great. Link to the Past one-hit KO was also pretty cool. I'll have to watch some of the other ones later. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. I am doing Minigame Island, any percents. I do not expect a really good time from this at all. But, you know, giving it a shot, seeing how well I can do, compare it to the, I guess, the top runners of this game, see where I stand, and, you know, maybe in the future I'll actually look into, Hi Odin, thank you for the resub. Sorry if I started talking during your donation, I just couldn't really hear it or see it really until it was too late. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. See how I do, and maybe in the future I'll work on improving this. Okay, so I have to start when I select new game, and I end it when I cross the finish line in Toad Car Derby or whatever. Yeah, it always reads it out loud. Oh, well, speaking of subs, here we go.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
You should have said more. Should have actually done like the first verse or something. Okay, guys, let's see if I'm gonna actually be a speedrunner here. Let's start this Minigame Island run. Gonna do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. So I'm guessing, yeah, you just want to select Mario and Luigi, I guess, for the characters, because it's faster. Oh, crap. No. Rookie mistake, I get the explanations.
Think you can take me? Don't forget me.
Ah, man, that could actually be kind of slow. Also, thank you, Flame, for the resub as well. Okay. $10 I mean, you can't disable tutorials in Minigame Island anyway, so it's not much I can do about that. Okay. Here I believe the strat would be just to get all the coins you need, then jump off when you got them all. So I can get 20 coins here, and then jump off. I got enough. Let me get a few more. Jump off. No, this is any percent, so you don't have to do all of them. Oh, I got 4 extras. Okay, yeah, I could have jumped off a lot sooner. Okay, so after I finish this one, I can actually split. 15. Yeah, there are 50 minigames in Mario Party, yeah, but in this category, I don't think you don't have to play all of them. I think I got enough, though. Forgot to split when the game was over. Nope. Not gonna save. There could be some RNG in this one, I feel like. Because, yeah, if you get, like, unlucky. Shell. 1-up. Flower. Mushroom. Flower. Okay. Which one's this again? Limbo. Okay, this could be a problem. Okay, Musical Mushroom, then Piranha Pursuits. Geez, World 2 might be faster than World 1. Okay, maybe not as short as World 1, but close. That's a pretty long last game. Okay, so I believe you want to go north from here for these mini games. 30, okay. Okay, we got it. Would you speedrun Celeste? No. I would not be good at that. Would you still rank this as your second least favorite minigame in Mario Party 1? Wait, Piranha Pursuit? I thought second least favorite was Bash and Cash. It would be one of my least favorites for sure, but I don't think I've had at least second least favorite. What? I pressed A! Oh, that was another instance of me starting late, I guess. Oh, that's time loss. Yeah, because if you don't press the button in time, it shows the other flag. Really? That is so weird, because Bash and Cash is definitely worse than Piranha Pursuits. Probably another reason why I should redo those lists in general. Okay, that was me being dumb. I deserve to lose that one.
Finish. Man. Oh no.
God, I hate when the computer opponents just don't lose immediately. Okay, good.
Finish. Clear.
So yeah, I definitely lost some time on that one. I feel like I'm going to lose some time here, too, because Bumper Balls definitely feels... I don't want to say RNG, but, like, sometimes the opponents are just really, really brutal for no reason.
Finish. Man. Oh
Do I have a main and ultimates? I mean... Wario. Of course.
Oh, no.
I mean, I play a lot of DDD, Ike. Those are probably the characters I play the most. Mario I play a lot of.
Start.
Come on!
Finish. Oh, no. Start.
Hey, goody, it's Yoshi. Yes! Oh my god. I'll have to find out some strats for that because, yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. Let's see.
Start.
Crap, no. No! Oh my god. Stop grabbing the small chest. There's a reason I want to go for these. Because they have more coins in them. Oh no.
Finish.
I've pretty much unlocked everything in Smash by this point. The only thing I don't have is obviously like all the spirits fully leveled up and, you know, any new content they bring along at some point. And of course all the challenges. So I have to play 200 frickin' online matches and I'm only at like 130. But I didn't even jump right there. That was weird.
Clear.
This is Deep Sea Divers, right? Yes. I don't know, I don't actually mind the spirits too much. I thought spirits were a cool addition. And as far as like leveling them up and whatnot, I don't really mind that either. It's pretty straightforward and there's a lot of things that can really help you speed that process along, so it really doesn't bother me too much. Would you agree Deep Sea Divers is the most tame spinning? Yeah, probably. Honestly, I don't think Castaways is that bad either, honestly.
Odin's Pack donates $5 and says this speedrunning thing is pretty cool. Also, Slot Car Derby is a good mini game. Fight me IRL. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. Quote.
Wow, thank you for the donation. That was pretty funny. I'll have to look at the details of that a little bit later. Man, I am actually curious, though, if World 5 is faster than World 3 and 4. Because the thing is, like, I feel like Worlds 3 and 4 are, like, easier. But there's 2 worlds. But I think World 5 is just longer to compensate. So I don't know, maybe Worlds 3 and 4 are faster just because some of the minigames. That would be something to consider. I'm really not so sure. Because you gotta think about it, the world record is like 36 minutes or something. Then, like, I'm really far behind right now. Given I had all my losses so far in this world, so that could be another reason why, but... Again, I'll have to watch the world record run at some point. See what they do. Whoa, Matamorio, how you doing? Bah to you as well. Big world record. We'll see, I don't know. Let's see. How many do I need for this? 10? Yeah, okay, 10. I think I got that coin bag.
Finish.
I did not get that coin bag. I got 9 coins though, so I barely failed that. Ooh, teaching those kiddos. Teaching those kiddos how to bah.
Start.
2, 3. I don't know if that's enough either. Oh no, okay, that works. Let's see. Did you have a safe drive home or did you run in the snow? It's very interesting. Well, I didn't do any of the driving on the way back to Ohio. DT did a little driving there, and honestly, we had pretty clear roads for the most part. It snowed a little bit here and there, but it didn't really interfere with, like, traffic or anything. The worst part of the trip home was when I actually got back to Indiana, close to where I live. Like, the final stretch, the final 20-minute stretch to my house, like, none of the roads were, like, plowed at all. And like, you kind of know where I live, Bethany, so you kind of can get an idea for why, like, but those kind of roads down in that area, like, none of them were plowed whatsoever, so that was, like, the worst part of the trip back. So if something bad happened, thankfully I'd at least be in Indiana, where my folks could help me out, but yeah, like, the drive back wasn't too bad, though, aside from that.
Finish. Clear.
Okay. Yeah, leave it to Indiana, seriously. That one's for you, Bantam. Didn't show Yoshi loses though, but whatever. Close enough. Okay. Bomb scat ball. I better not lose frickin' bomb skit ball. Okay, good.
Finish. Clear.
Didn't I already answer that today? Well, whatever. Paper Mario is my favorite Mario RPG. I don't know why I'm counting. The minigame will just end when it's over. I started counting in my head, like, how many jumps, and I'm like, why am I counting? There's a counter up there. Just a bad idea.
Finish. Clear.
Master Starman is everywhere at conventions. I swear, whenever he's been at MagFest and I've been at MagFest, I see him like every day at least at some point.
Finish.
Crawling in my skin. These wounds they will not heal. Wait, which one's this? Oh, Crane Game.
Start.
Wario, I believe you're the closest, so... Did I really just drop someone? Holy crap.
Oh,
I guess Wario is just too strong. I was mashing the A button too. That's really weird. Okay, well this should work better anyway. Every player just has a casual 60. Yeah, they do. Okay. Pipe maze. I am really bad at telling where the freaking right pipe is, but people are better at it than I am. Let's see. Oh, I think I just do this. I think I read that properly. Yeah, okay, I got it. Hell yeah! Or not. No, I didn't. I really thought I had that, but I guess not.
Finish.
Huh.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's try this again. Now is it this one? Now I think it's that one, okay. Yeah, you're really, really good at this, Bobo. You're ungodly good at being able to tell which pipe is which.
Finish.
Also, I didn't split for World 6, I just realized. Whoops. Oh well. I think I gotta hit all the players.
Finish.
Wow, I actually failed on one of the easiest minigames ever.
Oh, no.
I swear, when you're trying to do a speedrun of something, like, it gets to you. It gets to your mind. You screw up a lot more.
Start.
This should get it. Or not, because Yoshi dodged it. He just walks off, yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you actually turn the TV off, Odin? Or are you saying that that's what she does? If so, that's pretty hilarious. Yoshi, what the hell?
Finish.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Just to put this in perspective, the world record holder would be finishing their run right about now. And I'm like 2 worlds behind. And of course, that time I could only get one of them.
Oh, no.
Okay, you're saying that's what he does. Okay, gotcha. I guess I'm not too surprised. I can see Odin doing that. I am really curious to see if maybe Worlds 3 and 4, if they're faster than World 5. My god! I'm just getting so unlucky with one of the players.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, what are you doing, Wolf? Okay, I gotcha. Thank you, Wolf, for the 18-month resub.
Best of luck on your minigame run.
There we go.
Finish!
World record does do 3 and 4? Okay. I guess that makes sense. I think some of the minigames are shorter, and I think overall there are less of them, because World 5 is huge. How did I miss that one of all things? Mecha Marathon 3 times? That's terrible. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should split whenever it says clear. I think that'd probably be a good point.
Ready? Go!
I think World 8 won't be too bad, because World 8 has Keep Away, Bumper Balloon, or Bumper Balloons, Balloon Blast, Balloon Burst. What? How can I not remember the name? It's Balloon Burst. Undisputably Balloon Burst. You gotta be kidding me. Why do I have to have allies that suck?
Oh no!
Oh, come on.
Ready? Go!
Yeah, I definitely mixed like a whole bunch of minigames in one. Bumper Balloon Blast. I guess the strat is if all 3 computer players are ghosts, just give one to the computer players and just, you know, try to break free. Keep Away is also in here, which is really fast. Yeah, there's some really fast ones here. Running to the bulb is probably the slowest one, honestly. I think this one's also ridiculously long, too, because of the time limit.
Start.
Come on. Okay, there. Stop giving me singles. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just keep following each other. I'm fine with that.
Finish. Clear.
Okay. Keep away. Yeah, this will take like what, like 3 seconds. Assuming I don't do anything stupid. Okay, 4 seconds, close enough.
Finish. Clear.
Oh, Bash and Cash. That's another one. That one could be an issue. Big balloon burst. No, I think you mean a bumper balloon burst blast. That face is just really funny to see at a time like this. Rabbits. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure there's some slight improvements I can make, but...
Finish.
No, 100. Okay.
Clear.
Okay, I just need to have 1 coin left. That's all I have to do. My goal is to get under an hour, which I should be able to do. Let's see. 10, okay, 10 coins. And there's another one where once I get 10 coins, I just jump off the level and be done early. Okay, I didn't get that though, so... Okay.
Finish. Clear.
That's the kind of speedrun strats I like, though, where it's just like, once you got your amount, just jump off, because you have your amount, and you'll just end the minigame early. Like, that's the kind of stuff I really love about speedruns. It's just kind of that kind of mentality, when you think about how to optimize, like, your time and everything. Yeah, you have to do all of them, including... You have to do Slot Car Derby pretty much twice. The Toad one and then just the regular one.
Start.
Hey, Woot, how's it going?
Clear.
Knock Block Tower.
Start.
Well, I might actually beat World 9 before the 50-minute mark.
Clear.
Which means I have 10 minutes to get the Slot Car Derby Toad one. Yeah, World 9 was pretty simple.
Ready? Go.
No! Okay, well there's probably no way I'm gonna win this then. Why do I keep spinning out? Nope.
Finish.
If I didn't spin out at all, I probably would have gotten that no problem.
Okay. Ready?
Ugh. Damn it! If I didn't spin out in the last lap, I would have had that. My god.
Okay.
Come on, I can do this.
Ready? Go.
Come on. I'm normally really good at this. And it's always the last lap where I spin out, where I have a chance to do it too.
Okay. Go.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look at it on the actual thing here. So let's see, I got 52.44. That would be a... Oh, well, I actually tied someone in 69th place. But yeah, that's out of 86, I would be 69th at that time. And apparently I didn't choose the best route either, so... And for a first time attempt, I guess it's not bad. I could see myself doing sub 45, but... Man, 36 minutes. That's the frickin' world record. That's pretty insane, but... I wouldn't say it's undoable. Okay. But yeah, 36 minutes and 24 seconds is the world record, apparently, for that. I'm almost wondering if I should try it again. And try the other path. I don't know. Probably not. I should probably rest up my voice, honestly, because I don't want to, like, overdo it tonight and then basically prevent myself from any other streams this week. Much less my recording I need to do in the middle of the week, so... Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop